Hello, good morning everyone. It's me May, and today I'm gonna present about the cultural dimension of Mexico. Okay, let's get into the topic. Before we discuss further the cultural dimension of Mexico, I will explain a brief profile of the state of Mexico. Official name is Estados Unidos Mexicanos. Capital city is Ciudad de Mexico. Official language is Spanish. Location Middle America, bordering the Caribbean Sea and the Gulf of Mexico, between Belize and the USA, and bordering the North Pacific Ocean between Guatemala and the USA. Next, as you can see on this slide, there are 6 points of discussion on the cultural dimension according to Hofstede, which we will discuss one by one. First, I will explain about power distance. This dimension deals with the fact that all individuals in society are not equal. It expresses the attitude of the culture towards these inequalities among us. At a score of 81, Mexico is a hierarchical society. This means that people get a hierarchical order in which everybody has a place and which needs no further justification. Hierarchy in an organization is seen as reflecting inherent inequalities. Centralization is popular, subordinates expect to be told what to do, and the ideal boss is benevolent autocrat. For example, in everyday life, the Mexican upper class will not get their hands dirty with heavy duty. They simply ask their employer for help. Mexicans believe that high social status is one of the authorizes in all aspects of life and should just be honored and revered. The next one I will explain about individualism. In individualist society, people are supposed to look after themselves and their direct family only. In collectivist society, people belong to in-group that take care of them in exchange for loyalty. Mexico, with a score of 30, is considered a collectivist society. Society has a strong relationship where everyone takes responsibility for fellow members of their group. Loyalty in a collectivist culture is paramount. In collectivist society, often leads to shame and loss of face. Hiring and promotion decisions take account of the employer in groups, and management is the management of groups. An example, Mexicans consider family to be the center of the social structure. In Mexican life, extended family are just as important as the nuclear family because they give families a sense of stability. This strong family system believes that helping one another is their duty and responsibility. For example, help find a job or finance and so on. In addition, Mexicans are extremely attuned to harmony and good relations between every lines. Mexicans like to be in big circles and meet new people because they hope that having a great connection can help them when they are in trouble. Next, I will explain about masculinity. A high score or masculine on this dimension indicates that the society will be driven by competition, achievement, and success, with success being defined by winner or best in the field. A low score or feminine on this dimension means that the dominant value in society are caring for others and quality of life. Mexico scores 69 on this dimension, and it is a masculine society. In masculine countries, people like to work. Manager act is paid to be decisive and assertive. The emphasis on equity, competition, performance, and conflict are resolved by fighting them out. An example, Mexican businessmen are primarily paternalistic, a leadership style that limits the freedom of a person or a group for their good. Mexican businessmen will provide more than just salaries and wages for their employer, but in return they expect loyalty. The ideal working condition for the Mexican worker are conditions where everyone does their part according to agreed rules, nor did they expect an environment that would encourage self-expression and initiative. The next one I will explain about uncertainty avoidance. The dimension of uncertainty avoidance has to do with how a society deals with the fact that the future can never be known. Should we try to control the future or just let it happen? Mexico scores 82 on this dimension and thus has a very high preference for avoiding uncertainty Countries exhibiting high uncertainty avoidance maintain rigid codes of belief and behavior and are intolerant of unorthodox behavior and ideas. In that culture, there is an emotional need for rules even if the rules never seem to work. Time is money. People have an inner urge to be busy and work hard. Security is an important element in individual motivation. Example, meetings and banquets for business associates are rare at home, but mostly in restaurants to maintain the honor, to save face, and to consider an important person. That's why the Mexicans do not accept criticism and chance so easily. They feel that chance does not ensure their safety. Next, I will explain about long-term orientation. This dimension describes how every society has to maintain some links with its past while dealing with the challenges of the present and future, and society prioritizes these two existential goals differently. The relatively low score of 24 means that the Mexican culture is normative. People in such society have a vital concern with establishing the absolute truth. They are normative in their thinking. They exhibit great respect for tradition, a relative small propensity to save for the future, and a focus on achieving quick results. An example, Mexicans still cling to old values or rules that define behavior. They are also more oriented towards the present time than towards an uncertain future. They tend to indulgence instead of saving for the future. The last one is indulgence. This dimension is defined as the extent to which people to try control their desire and impulses based on the way they were raised. Relatively weak control is called indulgence, and relatively strong control is called restraint. With a very high score of 97, Mexican culture has defined tendency towards indulgence. People in society classified by a high score in indulgence generally exhibit a willingness to realize their impulses and desire concerning enjoying life and having fun. They possess a positive attitude and tend toward optimism. In addition, they place a higher degree of importance on leisure time, acting as they please and spending money as they wish. Example, Mexicans love to celebrate good things. Of course, by partying, even parties become a culture in Mexico. These are not about parties with drunks, but singing, dancing, and drinking. With parties, they can enjoy life, they can meet new people, and they can strengthen friendship with each other. They believe that partying makes their life more colorful. Yeah, that's all presentation from me. Thank you.